I'm only doing this for 2 people. I like to make mine a little bit lighter, so I'm doing 60 grams of bulgur wheat and 60 grams of couscous. I've got 180 ml of liquid. Normally it's just boiling water, but me being me and wanting to pack it full of flavour, I've got 100 ml of chicken stock and 80 ml of boiling water. I'm going to pour that over the bulgur wheat and couscous, and I'm going to cover that for 10 minutes. Finely chop 2 tomatoes. I'm also finely chopping 2 spring onions, which I'm halving and then chopping. Very small. It's up to you about how herby you make it. A tabbouleh is all about the herbs, which are parsley and mint. I'm taking the leaves from a small bunch of mint. I like my tabbouleh very herby, and finely chop them. Whatever quantity you decide on, you want equal parts mint and parsley. And you want the leaves, no stalks. This is just an extra stage with the tabbouleh that I like to do because it helps make it much lighter. It's the cooling stage and the seasoning stage. I'm going to tip those grains onto a tray, spread them out so they cool faster. This will help it be lighter and fluffier. And at this point, we're going to season it very well with salt. It needs the salt. That's probably a couple of really good pinches of salt. I'm going to give it a really good glug of extra virgin olive oil. The tomato and onions can go on top. Plenty of black pepper. I want this to cool a bit before I add in the herbs, because otherwise the herbs will discolour and you won't get the freshness. So I'm going to leave this for another 5 to 10 minutes to cool. Absolutely check the seasoning. It's good. Oh my God. That is good. So I'm just going to set that to one side for 5 minutes. After 5 to 10 minutes, scatter with all those herbs. Add more if you want. Fork it through, keeping it light, and put it into a serving bowl. I'm actually going to finish that off with a little squeeze of lemon and lemon zest. And I'm going to finish that with some lemon zest and just the merest squeeze of lemon. Fluff it again. It's a version of and bulgur wheat. All of the tradition with a Jules twist. 4 tablespoons of Dukkah. Dukkah is a lovely Middle Eastern, it's roasted spices. That was from Marks and Spencer's, by the way. Half a teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of baharat spice mix, which again is a Middle Eastern spice mix. If you haven't got baharat, you could put in cinnamon, you could put in garam masala. I think that would work because that's got those lovely. I'm going to put in half a teaspoon of salt. Then the wet ingredients are 3 tablespoons of, you can either use vegetable oil or sunflower or groundnut. And I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of honey. I'm also going to add some black pepper, a really good grinding. This is for 2. I've got a 400 gram pack of chicken thighs, which actually is 5 thighs, boneless, skinless. And there's turmeric in there, so I don't want to stain my hands. So I'm going to give it a really good massage with a glove on. I kept my glove. I'm heating a pan that can also go in the oven. So I have preheated the oven to 180 degrees. So the tabbouleh that I made in the recipe immediately preceding to this will be the perfect accompaniment, along with a dollop of Greek yoghurt. I'm going to put these in the pan and I want to colour them all over. So turn the heat up to sort of medium high and get a good bit of colour on them. This has actually just taken 2 minutes on each side in this pan. It will vary depending on what pan you're using and how it conducts heat. But what you're looking for is just colour. And on both sides, I'm going to put these in the oven for 20 minutes. I'm always thinking about flavours and what works well together. You can either finish it with just some yoghurt. I only need enough for 2, so probably 2 tablespoons. Good way to open a pot. harissa. And actually, I'm quite happy to just use a little bit of that oil and mix that into the yogurt. And I will serve that with the chicken. I'm just going to cut the green parts of a spring onion. That can go back in the fridge for another. That's going to go in the harissa. Halfway through the chicken cooking time, turn it over. If you're worried about the internal temperature of your chicken, it should be 75 degrees. I'm just going to pop my plates in the oven for 1 minute. I have some salad that was left in my fridge and I'm not going to waste it. Some tabbouleh. The chicken, 2 pieces of chicken. Then I'm going to top the chicken with that beautiful yogurt. I'm going to finish it with a squeeze of lemon and a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. That is my Dukkah chicken with tabbouleh and harissa yogurt.